The eBuhleni branch of the Nazareth Baptist Church is reportedly forcing men intending to wed to be tested for HIV. Apparently, this is done to protect young maidens who have been asked for their hand in marriage. Now, male congregants are up in arms, saying this is an infringement of their privacy. Nazareth is a church leader, and he joins us for a chat now from our Durban studios. Mr. Nazareth, good morning to you. So, do you belong to the Nazareth Baptist Church, first of all?
Good morning to you and your viewers. Yes, I belong to the Nazareth Baptist Church eBuhleni. However, I need to correct you, I'm not the leader.
All right.
I'm a senior member mandated to speak to you today.
All right. And I assume then that you have heard in that introduction the approach that the church appears to be taking here, that men have got to be tested, particularly those who are going to be wedding virgins. How much support is this getting from the congregants?
Now, firstly, I must tell you that your introduction to the matter is not accurate. The church has not enforced anyone to go for tests.
So where do these reports come from?
So we only learned about this. Well, we do not know. All I can assist you with is to tell you what is the position of the church.
Please do tell us, sir.
The issue of the maidens and the males, or the couple that intends to engage or get married, that is the initiative of the two parties, perhaps with also their families. The church only gets on board when it has to administer religious rituals, as well as to give a blessing to the intended marriage or engagement. The church, in as far as the story or the matter that you have just introduced, does recommend that either of the parties who intends to get to marriage or get engaged, they should go for test.
Well, if the church does recommend this,
we're not forcing anyone.
But you see, that's where the smoke is coming from then, Mr. Nazareth, because if you are recommending as a church that the two parties should go and be tested, this is why the male congregants are saying this is infringement of their privacy. Are they on board on this?
No, please don't jump the gun here. We are in South Africa and in the world where we know that HIV and AIDS is a pandemic. So the church is very much alive in that issue. So when the parties intends to get married, it is important that either of the parties, before they get to marriage, they know what they're entering into. So it is the prerogative of the church to make awareness and guide its members. But we are not even by chance, enforcing or influencing anybody to do that. They must do that on their own volition. And you must remember, it is entirely the will of those that are going to get married, whether they go for the test or they don't go for it. The church at no instance, and not now and not in the future, will ask anyone, have you gone and done the test? The church, all what the church is interested into is that either party that is getting to engaged or marriage, they do so without any cohesion. They do that voluntarily. That is where the church comes in. We're not interested whatsoever as to the status of any individual.
All right, Mr. Nazareth, thank you very much for your time. That's the clarity, perhaps, that we were seeking to get from you. That Nazareth from the Nazareth Baptist Church.